Hey guys, what's up? My name is Chloe and I'm a private pilot and I'm currently working on my instrument rating. Today I flew from St. Augustine to Gainesville back to St. Augustine, IFR, just a short little hop as part of my long cross country requirements, being a Part 61 student. So here I go, taking off from St. Augustine on runway 31. I shot the ILS 29 into Gainesville and the RNAV 31 back here in St. Augustine. All right, getting on that center line and putting full power to throttle. There you go. Watching airspeed come alive. I love this part, don't you? Looking for 55 knots. And I got my 55, so now I'll go ahead and rotate. There we go, getting airborne. Love that moment, don't you guys? Pilots, comment down below, isn't that the greatest moment, just getting airborne? Leaving all your problems right there on the ground. And all the pre-flight stuff is done and baked in. And here you go, going off for your adventure. So we did absolutely nothing when we got to Gainesville but land and come back. That is pretty much my life story with these cross countries. Very seldomly have I gotten out and explored. So I would love to own my own plane. I know it's expensive, I know it's a whole thing, but one day if I ever could, I'd love to have my own plane and actually get to explore the places when I get there. But right now, just enjoying the journey there, even though of course I am under the foggles and I'm not peeking out to enjoy any of this beautiful day. I would never do that, haha, never ever. And yeah, guys, this plane is so good. It takes off like a beast, first of all. It's so stable. It flies so nicely. And it's got that G500, which I love, and two 430s. I was definitely intimidated by that 500 at first, though. Let me tell you, I'd never flown with it before, but now I just love it. I've gotten so used to it. And it is so convenient. So good to learn instrument on a G500 as well. There's so many ways that it helps you. All right, here we go, shooting the ILS 29 into Gainesville. I'm loving the approaches and shooting the approaches, guys. It's fun. I like the challenge a lot. And it reminds me a lot of painting. I've been painting since I was 11. I'm 37 now. Like painting portraits and landscapes, and landing feels a lot like painting. Having to refine those motor skills and get them real good, and just it's so satisfying when you get it the way you want it. It's just lovely. I even like it when it's challenging and gusty and crazy, because that makes it even more satisfying when you do it well. So here we go. I'm definitely visual. I think if you guys saw, I just took the foggles off. I forget what the minimums are over there. They're pretty low. I think 322 feet, if I'm not mistaken. And keeping that nose on the numbers. Nose is on the numbers. I remember the first couple times I was wearing the foggles and took them off, and there the runway was. This was way back when I started in autumn. It's been a little while since I've been doing my instrument reading, and seeing the runway when you take the foggles off is so satisfying. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I'm putting her down. Putting her down. And taking off again. I think my instructor put full power there. And I took off. Gear controls. Looking for 55, rotating. Climb out instructions were 360 at 2000, so that's where I am headed right now. And yeah, straight back to St. Augustine. I love filing IFR, you guys. I can't believe how intimidated I was by all of it at first. After I'm instrument rated, I will always file when I go cross country. In every way, it is so much better. It really is. I'm just thinking right now about there's a restricted airspace between St. Augustine and Gainesville that I always spent a lot of time avoiding VFR, and now, I mean, basically all the Gainesville flights we've done, we've gone through that restricted every time because are being vectored through it. It's great. All right, here's some of that footage from the flight back. I didn't want to show too much of it because that can get really boring. I mean, we all know what it is. It's a flight in an airplane. There's St. John's River. Gorgeous as always. And shooting that approach, the RNAV 31 back into St. Augustine is a bit of pageantry. You have to go over the ocean a bit. And yeah. Yesterday we went and did my long cross country from St. Augustine to Albert Whitted. That's in Tampa Bay. It was really nice. Again, didn't go anywhere. Just landed, fueled, and ran back into the aircraft to get home. We had a strong headwind. We were doing 55 over the ground getting there, and then 145 over the ground coming back. So it worked out. You know, usually, unless you're staying overnight and systems change, it usually ends up working out pretty good like that. All right, guys, see the runway? Ain't she a beaut? I'm still under the foggles at this point. I asked my instructor today, I'm like, is there a theoretical trim setting that would just put you on that glide slope to where you are just gliding on in, almost like yawning, like you're not really even thinking about it very much. You're just gliding in and down, gliding in and down. He said, yes, you could trim it to that point, but you may need to fine tune if you have, if it's windy, got some updrafts kicking you around. But yes, theoretically, there is probably a trim setting where it's almost to a point of set it and forget it. Of course, there is no set it and forget it in aviation. My very first instructor, guy from Alabama, I asked him, it was within the first 10 hours, and I was starting to realize what it meant to hand fly a plane. And I said something to him about trim being like set it and forget it. He said, quit that thinking. There is no set it and forget it in aviation. I'm like, all right, roger that. And that's true. There is no set it and forget it. You gotta be on top of that thing. So I think I'm visual at this point. The minimums here are 218. Actually, I don't think I'm quite visual at this point. But yeah. Getting ever closer to the check ride, guys. My instructor has brought that word up several times lately. It's great to hear. Just got to get some of that knowledge stuff in my head again. It's crazy how fast it goes out of your head. I did all 3 instrument written tests that you could take. I did obviously the IRA, CFII, and the IGI, and I did very well. I got a 97 on the IRA, a 98 on the FII, and 100 on the IGI, and I still need to refresh the material for the oral. Because, I mean, honestly, outside of aviation, where are you even going to talk about this stuff? You got to constantly keep it, like, on your mind. That's really true about aviation. All right, putting her down, 3-1. Beautiful landing, beautiful day. My instructor complimented this landing, which you don't get compliments out of him frivolously, so that made me feel good. I walked away from, I walked to my car on air after that compliment. Okay. All right, taxiing off. I'm gonna call up ground, and that is another 1.7 in the books, guys. All right, everyone. Good flying with you. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.